G'day, Steve from offthegridnoz.com again. Today's video, well, this next video is on the topic of off-grid politics. Now, off-grid politics I've already covered in one video, and I just want to say a few words about something that may not cross your mind until you start doing your own research. Again, this is more probably relevant to the new person coming along who has really no idea. So yeah, look, off-grid politics, it encompasses all the things that I waffled about in the last off-grid politic view. But it actually encompasses one other thing that really doesn't necessarily come to the forefront until you start to do your research. And it is the politic of other people's idea of off-grid. And I'm talking about the million different components to do with off-grid. There are people out there that go off-grid, they grow plants, they grow their own food, they live a totally alternative lifestyle. There are people who cut the big check, got the huge checkbook, and they just do basically a big money spend from prior developments or money they've got given to them or what the hell ever. Those people have an entirely different view on what they're doing off-grid. And then there are other people like myself and Kerry perhaps, which are people who have had to sort of battle our way through to get to where we are. Nothing was easy, nothing was handed to us. Probably just like you're struggling to find money for a block of land, you're looking into researching all the different components. Well, what you run into is off-grid politics in as far as the million different ways that people look and think that off-grid should be, or that alternative lifestyles. Off-grid and alternative lifestyles are probably so intermixed, they're pretty hard to sort of define separately. They're pretty close to the same damn thing. So look, when you go researching, or you newbies and people who are just starting out, when you watch videos like from old buggers like me and videos from all these other people, there's a million of them online, a lot of international ones, and there's another set of politics. The politic that you find in a lot of the American style, the US style videos, a lot of them tend to lead towards doomsday and government and financial problems, and their politics and their decisions are based on the politics as they see them, to do with what they're doing. Now, when it gets down to the nuts and bolts with your off-the-grid living, you ask a question. You can ask a simple question. The question might be, well, what should I do with growing food? Well, you're going to get 14 million different replies from 14 million very smart people doing their own thing that's working for them. Again, that's fine. You might ask, a simple question like, well, how do I arrange my water supply? What tank should I use? What pump should I use? What power should I use? We've done the power thing. But yeah, all these different topics will probably cause you to run into everybody else's determination as to what that should be. Now that's politics in a way. Politics is just a point of view. Politics is any group that particularly focuses in one direction and they put that up as, well, their point of view. So it is off-grid politics, it is alternative lifestyle politics, and you've got to be careful of that. At the end of the day, you really need to look as an individual at what you want to do. Putting a question out there on any topic, I don't care whether it's power, type of building, water, whatever, it doesn't really matter what the question is. You got to be careful that you don't run into people who are hell-bent on their way of thinking. Now, I am not hell-bent on our way of thinking. We choose our own path. We do everything we do, including offthegridnoz.com. Everything there is dedicated and a mirror of the way we particularly focus on our view of the politics behind off-the-grid and alternative lifestyle. We aren't purists. We aren't necessarily in one direction or another on any topic. Our main topic and our main focus is on survival, meaning cut yourself off from the system, and do what you can to make your life a little bit less reliant on the system. Now that covers such a broad subject that, you know, I'm not going to go on about it now, but when you do your research, be very careful. Don't fall into the trap of listening to Mrs. McGillicuddy. I've been doing polls today. That stinking poll there. I tell you what, my post-hole digger gave up the ghost today just to change the subject, and I had to slam 3 of these things in with a crowbar. Doesn't sound like much of a job, but when I got back from doing my real paid work, had to come home and stand in 30-degree heat and slam them in. That's a little bit like how much effort does it take. Yeah, I've got to do this last section of shade cloth around the back. But yeah, look, you'll run into people like ourselves and lots of other people who will put a point of view to you, a set of options to you that they will, you know, and not necessarily be neutral about. They may be pushy about. Oh, you can't grow your fucking lettuce like that. Well, you know, you can grow a lettuce 15 different ways, guys. Oh, you shouldn't put your water in, or you shouldn't connect your water that way. Well, I'm a plumber. I'm here to tell you, you can do that about 1,000 ways too. You shouldn't use this pump. You shouldn't use that pump. You shouldn't use that tank. You shouldn't use this tank. You should drill a bore. You shouldn't drill a bore. I mean, the off-grid politics within the off-grid and alternative community is a whole subject in itself, and it's really complicated. And these new people coming through, and this whole idea of our website and our videos, is to just open your mind. It's not to steer you down any road. You know, anyone that comes along and goes, well, you're just not doing it properly, you should be doing this, tell them to fuck off, you know. Seriously, just tell them to fuck off. You ask for advice, you don't ask for a definitive answer to your question, you just ask for advice. So that you, as an intelligent individual who has made this very tough decision, probably a difficult decision, probably a financially stretching decision to change your life, you need to take all the information on board from all of us and make your own damn choice. Don't be swayed by anyone that comes along and shoves their ideas up your nose. It's a really warm day again today. I'm going to make this short. So it's just an amendment to off-the-grid politics. The politics encompasses all of us off-gridders, us existing off-gridders. Because you new guys will go out there and ask the question, and those questions will be dealt with depending on the point of view, the attitude that people have, the lifestyle that they've particularly chosen to take, and off-grid lifestyles and alternative lifestyles are varied, to say the damn least. What sort of house should I build? Should I build a box? Should I build a container? Should I build a house? Should I build a shack? Holy shit. Look at everyone's stuff and draw your own conclusions, alright? Don't get sucked down the road by these bloody... I may sound bombastic, but I'm not. I continually try to remind any new people watching this, you've got to make your own choice, alright? You know, ask me for advice, ask anyone for advice. But when they stand on their bloody high horse and say, oh no, you should do it this way because the other way sucks, tell them they suck, alright? You know, this is all about autonomy. It's all about things to do with sovereignty. Maintain your own sovereignty. Don't exchange the system outside the gate that has run and ruled your life just for another group of people who are going to run and rule your life. We are not here to do this, or we shouldn't be here to do this. So this is Steve from offthegridnoz.com. I'm leaving this really short, just whack it up as an amendment on politics. Do your research, make your own decisions. The off-grid politic itself in the off-grid and alternative thinking community is varied and wide. Make your own decisions, watch all our stuff, listen to our shit. Go and then go and dig your own fucking hole. Actually, there's a bit of a story behind that. I had a son once that told me to go and dig my own fucking hole. Yes, he had a bad attitude. Alright, so it's goodbye from Steve and offthegridnoz.com today. I'm bloody just about knackered from hammering out those holes with a crowbar. Mechanised equipment, my post-hole digger gave up the ghost. Wouldn't start, blew something inside of it. I don't know what the hell's going on. So yeah, I had to do a bit of, you know, crowbar work. So anyway, do your research. Subscribe down below, you know, all the usual drama. Like if you like. Shit, dislike if you dislike. We come in peace, we mean you no harm. Beautiful day again. getting a nice run of 30-degree days. They're great to walk around in. They're not real good to work in though. So it's bye from me and Kerry, and we'll catch you on the next one. Like I said, give us a like. If you watch our video and you find anything wrong with it, shoot us a message. You know, if you reckon we're up ourselves or rattling some information that isn't correct, feel free to tell us. But make your own decisions. Work out your own, assess your own things that you need to do, and get advice from people. Don't put a bandana on and walk around like Mary Poppins and take the advice of the best person that grows lettuce. You probably know it. You'll probably figure out how to grow that fucking lettuce better than that guy anyway. And that's to do with confidence, alright? I want everyone out there,